What is going on, guys? It's Super here, and I'm bringing you guys another Injustice 2 video. Now, today is a huge update. So this is like a huge, I guess, news you could say that we didn't know about. A huge feature that's coming to Injustice 2 that we didn't know about before yesterday, because yesterday was the Watchtower live stream showcasing gameplay for Cheetah and Swamp Thing. Also, the guys over in NetherRealm answered some questions from Twitter, from Reddit, and we got a lot of good stuff, especially this specific topic that I'm going to talk about. But before I do that, just want to ask you guys if you could leave a like rating on the video. It's always appreciated. And of course, if you guys want to see any of the Cheetah or Swamp Thing gameplay, it'll be linked in the description. Check out the channel. It's some good stuff, man. So here we go. Let's talk about these big updates that we got yesterday. So let's talk about the first one, which is how we're going to be able to unlock Premier skins. So I had this question, and I talked about it a little bit in my last Q&A video. That was a couple days ago, and we got our answer via, some hints, and pretty much what they were talking about. NetherRealm can't outright say how you're going to be able to unlock Premier skins because it's going to be based on single player. And there are single player things, many single player things that they have not announced yet. So they didn't go into detail, but based on the hints that they gave, we know that the way you're going to be able to unlock Premier skins for characters is via the single player. So after you pass a specific single player mode, you're going to be able to get the Premier skin for that character. And of course, not all characters are going to have Premier skins, so it's just going to be for those characters that do. Nothing specific was said on what that mode is going to be because, like I mentioned, they haven't announced really anything except for the story mode for single player. So I'm sure they're going to have a lot of single player content because NetherRealm games always have a ton of single player content. The classic ladder mode, the Star Labs mode, and they might even have something extra, which might be the way to unlock the Premier skins. But what I'm thinking at the moment is just, once you beat the classic ladder mode with a specific character that has Premier skins, that's how you're going to unlock the Premier skin for that character. And that's how you're going to be able to unlock, the Reverse Flash skin or the Power Girl skin if you guys don't get the Ultimate Edition of Injustice 2. So moving on here to the most important thing, which is the paid content that you're going to be able to get. So they announced these things called Source Crystals. And what Source Crystals are, actually, let me read the exact definition of them via the Warner Brothers or Injustice forums. So here we go. Source Crystals are a new type of currency available in Injustice 2 that are used to purchase cosmetic features for characters. Source Crystals can be purchased using real money. That's definitely an important bit because that's how WB is going to be making that extra cheese, that extra cash. So here we go. But aren't required to progress or advance in the game and can't be used to purchase gear or an advantage in gameplay. We value our community and want to be clear, you cannot pay to win with Injustice 2. So that is the official definition and explanation of the Source Crystals that we are going to be able to purchase from the PSN Store Xbox Live Marketplace when Injustice 2 comes out. And what the Source Crystals are going to be able to get you is, if you don't want to pass this specific mode that is going to allow you to unlock Premier skins for characters, you buy Source Crystals and you just straight up buy the Premier skins. Not only the Premier skins, but you could also buy shaders and the way characters level up. So for example, if you have a character that is level 20, for example, my Batman is level 20, so I really don't want to grind to level up my Superman. With these Source Crystals, if you have a character that's level 20, you could actually transfer that level 20 to another character. It doesn't really change any stats for the character, it doesn't do any of that, but what's going to happen if your character is higher level, you're obviously going to get higher level gear drop. And the last use for the Source Crystals is if you have a specific piece of gear that you already own, but you like the look of another piece that you have, but you don't like the specific stats for that piece, you could actually transfer the stats of the, let's just say, the highest piece of gear that you have to the piece of gear that you like the way it visually looks. So let me just reiterate real quick. The uses for the source crystals are: number one, to unlock premier skins. If you don't want to beat the specific mode that you're gonna have to beat to unlock the premier skins, you could buy them with these source crystals. You could unlock and buy shaders with these source crystals. The third use for it is you're going to be able to rank up a level 1 character, or a specific level character, all the way up to level 20 with these source crystals if you don't want to grind with that specific character, meaning you're going to get obviously higher level of gear drop. And last but not least, you can swap gear and stats. So for example, with the source crystals, you could make it so your favorite piece of gear, your best looking piece of gear that you have, if you don't like the stats on that specific gear, but you own a gear piece that has gigantic power-ups, gigantic defense, and a huge boost of stats, you could actually transfer those stats over to your favorite piece of gear. So those are pretty much the uses for the source crystals, and like they mentioned, it is pretty much all cosmetic. There are some quality of life changes there. If you don't want to grind for a specific character, you can make a level up, but it doesn't really change any of the stats. But the thing it does do is it makes you get higher gear drops. So I don't know if you guys have a problem with that. And as far as swapping gear stats, you already have that piece of gear, so if you really wanted a power up, you were already going to equip that huge power up piece to one of your characters specific classes. So it's not like if you're buying the specific piece of gear that's like the absolute best like that. The ability to swap stats to your better looking pieces of gear, I really don't have a problem with that because you already own those pieces of gear. So that's pretty much it. Those are like the big updates. Number one, we got hinted at how to unlock premier skins, which is going to be through the single player. You're going to be able to unlock him by beating a specific single player mode, which they didn't go into because they can't, but it's probably going to be the classic ladder or another mode that they haven't announced yet. And this specific source crystals, which is a new addition to Injustice 2 that we had no idea was coming to the game, and we already knew something like this was going to happen, right? Like WB and all these other companies that make video games now, where there's some sort of loot aspect involved. We all knew that they were going to have some sort of mechanic to be able to purchase, currency in game to unlock specific things in the game. So the positive thing is that you can't literally just buy a piece of gear or buy supply drops or buy loot drops, stuff like that. The way that your currency or your real money is going to be able to purchase things is just cosmetic and just quality of life things, is how they explained it. So that pretty much does it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll be real interested to know, because of course I don't know, I like playing the single player stuff. I'm definitely going to be passing, if you do unlock the premier skins by passing the classic ladder mode for each character, I'm going to be doing that anyways, so that's how I'm going to be unlocking my premier skins. But as far as shaders, I'm definitely going to be buying some shaders that I really like, because the amount of drops that you're going to get, it's just like after every match you just get one piece of gear, and for you to get a shader is going to be very rare unless they increase the amount of shaders that you're able to get from the beta. Because the beta, I got like maybe 3 shaders in the entire month of the beta, which was absolutely crazy, because that is one of my favorite things about Injustice 2. They have like over 30 shaders for each character that you're going to be able to, change and customize the way your character looks and sort of the theme of the character based on the shaders. So I'm definitely going to be getting some source crystals depending on how much these shaders cost. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about these source crystals and the way that you're going to be able to unlock premier skins. So that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.